my goodness, everything is so crazy right now. There's just so much going on in the world of Pokemon. It's absolutely nuts. What is going on, Fan Clan? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Danny Phantom. Happy Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. It's Thursday. Oh my goodness. I hope you guys are all doing well. I hope you're having a great week. Tomorrow, Astral Radiance officially releases. Let me know in the comment section down below how things are going, how your pulls have been. I'm about 30 boxes in, and I still need like 12 cards to finish off a master set. So pulls are great. Pull rates are great. You get a lot. But once I go through the data, and I'm hoping to have a data video for you tomorrow going over pull rates, it's actually like the ultra rares and finding gold cards and rainbow rares, not that great. Not as great as what we may have experienced in the past. So we'll get over that. We'll go through that tomorrow along with our Evolving Skies giveaway, keeping up with doing that. It's going to be a lot of fun. But today I want to talk to you about pre-order prices for singles involving Astral Radiance and how it's changed so much. We got leaks for Pokemon Go. We got all this stuff going on. So we're going to hit things hard over the next couple of weeks because we got a lot of stuff to get through. But let's focus on Astral Radiance right now because that does drop tomorrow. It's going to be a lot of fun. If you like this kind of information, please hit that subscribe button down below. We are charging to 100,000 subscribers, and we need your help to get there. So please hit that subscribe button. Tell a bunch of people about the channel. Have them subscribe. Leave a like. Leave a comment. You know what to do. We're going to jump into things right away. I'm going to flip you guys around. We're going to start out by looking at Brilliant Stars. This is not Astral Radiance, right? This is Brilliant Stars. But the reason I wanted to look at this is because it is a night and day difference, and I understand the sets are different. I understand there's no Charizard. I understand there's no Arceus. I understand there's no gold birds. I get that. But it is so different when we talk about pre-order pricing for Brilliant Stars and compare them to what we're seeing from Astral Radiance. So we didn't know what was going on with Brilliant Stars when it comes to Trainer Gallery cards when the pre-orders first started coming out. So if you look here and you see like the Umbreon VMAX pre-ordering for $124.99. We expected it to drop 80%. It dropped 66% down to $39. When we start looking at these numbers and see all these cards pre-ordering for over $100, that is not normal for Pokemon. That is pretty much what we experienced a lot during the hype phase. When we jump into Astral Radiance pre-order pricing, it's completely different. It is so different if we start looking at things. It really is kind of like a blast from the past. We're rewinding time. Pokemon is starting to really get back to normal when it comes to cost associated with these singles. It's absolutely insane. But if we look here, you can see the V-Star Charizard Rainbow Rare $450, the Charizard V Alternate Art $250, the Galarian Zapdos Secret Rare $199, the Arceus V-Star Secret Rare $199. These all tanked like crazy. I mean, we had huge drops, percentage drops up to 90% and even above in some cases. I don't know if we're going to have 90% drops when it comes to Astral Radiance. So we'll look at that. We'll keep our eye on it. We'll give it a week and see how far things drop. But I don't know if we're going to see as big of drops as what we saw with Brilliant Stars because it's so different. If we look at pre-order pricing for Astral Radiance, I'm going over the top cards, the most expensive cards. These are cards that you were able to buy just a few days ago on TCG Player. This was the lowest near mint price of these cards. So these cards are ready to be shipped. You could have already pre-ordered them. The most expensive card and the only one over $100 is the Origin Form Dialga V Alternate Art. That is a card that I have pulled. I've only pulled one of them, and it took me a really long time to get it, over 20 boxes, but I did finally pull it. The lowest price, these probably already dropped a little bit, but was $109.93. That was the lowest price you could buy it for, $109.93. Not too bad considering the fact that it's the only card over $100 in Astral Radiance. So then you have a significant drop all the way down to about $75 for the second most expensive card, which is the Origin Form Palkia V. We actually pulled that right here on this channel with our special box that Pokemon sent us. Super cool. Love the artwork. I've pulled a few of those. Very cool looking card. Origin Form Palkia, the second most expensive card in the set at $74.98. Irida, the most expensive full art trainer, is selling right now for $55.96. I've pulled a few of those already. Definitely a very good card. Very good playable card. We expect to see some of the competitive play. It is a holographic rare in the set, but also a full art trainer. It is the most expensive full art trainer. And then we've got the Origin Form Palkia V-Star Gold card. So this is actually the third most expensive card in the set. Before Irida, but this one is selling for $68.98. Very cool looking card. I really do like these gold V-Stars that they come out with. The Origin Form Palkia V-Star currently selling for $68.98. I do expect drops on these. I just don't expect 90% drops like what we saw with Brilliant Stars. We might get 40% drops. We might even get 50% drops. This could be a $30 card in a week and a half or 2 weeks. But the thing is that I don't expect them to tank the way Brilliant Stars tanked. And we'll see. We'll see what happens. The Machamp V is the next one that we're going to look at here. here. That one is pre-ordering for $57.98. Actually, not too bad when you consider how excited people are about this artwork. This is very reminiscent, for me at least, of the Blaziken alternate art that we had in Chilling Reign, which was pre-ordering for astronomical numbers. Of course, that was right during the middle of the hype when people were all going crazy about Pokemon. There was a lot going on. We obviously just came off the tailwind of Shining Fates. We were preparing for Evolving Skies. We were preparing for Celebrations. It was right in the middle of last year. The Blaziken VMAX alternate art was selling for crazy, crazy amounts, but it was a super cool art, despite the fact that it wasn't like everybody's favorite chase Pokemon. Same thing with Machamp V. A lot of people love this artwork, even if it's not your favorite Pokemon in the world, something that maybe you just like, you're okay with Machamp, but the artwork is what really makes the card fantastic. Only pre-ordering for $57.98. And I say only like it's not that much money. $58 is obviously a lot of money for a single piece of cardboard, but a lot more respectable and a lot closer to where we were, a few years ago when Pokemon was kind of just, existing. It was just casual. It was just a lot of fun for people, but we didn't have these constant sellouts, running out of stock, things like that. Then we've got the Origin Form Palkia V-Star Rainbow Rare. That one is currently pre-ordering for $43.95. That's the most expensive Rainbow Rare. I think a lot of people are kind of done with Rainbow Rares. They're moving on, focusing more on the gold cards, focusing more on the alternate arts. The Hisuian Samurott V-Star Gold card. I haven't pulled this one yet. This is one of the ones that I still need to pull for the Master Set. We actually pulled it on stream yesterday when we did our Astral Radiance giveaway, but I haven't pulled it yet for our Master Set. $44.21 is what it's currently selling for, so even like a 30-40% drop for a gold V-Star card, kind of not too bad as far as pricing goes. Then we've got the Origin Form Dialga V-Star. $36.97 is what that's pre-ordering for right now. Not too bad. Then we've got the Darkrai V-Star and the Origin Form Palkia V-Star. Now, these have a lot of competitive connotations associated with them, so I don't know if we're going to see a whole lot of drops when it comes to these. You might be looking at picking these up like now, because I think that they're going to have a lot of competitive connotations associated with them. I think Darkrai still needs to get figured out a little bit. I don't know if it's really going to have a huge impact on competitive play, but Palkia is definitely going to have a huge impact on competitive play. So $33.98, not too bad of a price when you're considering cards like Mew VMAX selling for right around $25-30 still after Fusion Strike has been out for 7-8 months. And then you've still got Arceus V-Star, which came out in February, still selling for about $30 a piece. Same thing with Palkia V-Star. So it's selling for about $34. It may drop a little bit, but if you see it for about $25 or so, you can expect once Milwaukee rolls around for that regional tournament in the middle of June, I think a lot of people are going to be focusing on Palkia V-Star, playing that card, and we might see a little uptick in price. So right now, not too bad. This might be a situation where the pre-order pricing actually ends up being a couple dollars cheaper than what the card will actually sell for. So Darkrai and then Palkia V-Star, and then we've got Gardenia's Vigor, whatever you want to call it, $36.88 currently. I believe that is the second most expensive full art trainer, also a very playable card. The Golden Double Turbo Energy is next. A lot of people are excited about this because if you want to bling out your deck for high rarity, Double Turbo is kind of a staple in a lot of decks. That one, as well as Choice Belt, those golden cards coming into this set are definitely going to get a lot of players excited. I'm excited about Astral Radiance because it does have a lot of competitive connotations associated with it, which I think is going to really help its legs moving forward, even though the box pricing for it isn't too bad, and we'll take a look at that in just a second here. But Double Turbo Energy, $38.93, not too bad of a price for that one. Then we've got Roxanne, the third most expensive full art trainer, and there's quite a few of them. I believe there's 9 in this set. So Roxanne currently pre-ordering for $32.47. Then we've got another Rainbow Rare. This is our second Rainbow Rare of the bunch, Hisuian Lilligant V-Star, $30.75. The gold Path to the Peak looks absolutely phenomenal. I actually just recently pulled this card, and just kind of looking at it is absolutely, it looks so good in person. The gold and white work together extremely well. Also a very playable card. Currently pre-ordering for $30.93. Not too bad. Then we've got the Hisuian Sneasler V full art, or alternate art, which is a really good looking card, kind of looking over the landscape of the Arceus game, which is really, really cool. The Hisuian region, $52.95. Here's that Choice Belt that we were talking about, currently selling for $30.24 for the current pre-order pricing. Then we've got Gardenia's Vigor, the Rainbow Rare. So another Rainbow Rare here, $22.93. Not too bad, but much cheaper than what its full art friend is. Its full art counterpart, whatever you want to call it. So Gardenia's Vigor full art is selling for more than the $22.93 price tag associated with the Rainbow Rare, which is quite a bit higher, actually. And then the Temple of Sinnoh, another really good looking card. Again, the gold and the white work together so well. $22.96. The Hisuian Lilligant V. This is the only alternate art card that I haven't pulled yet. I've pulled all the other ones. I've pulled multiple Beedrills, multiple Palkias, only one Machamp, multiple Sneaslers, but I have not pulled a Lilligant V yet. This one is currently pre-ordering for $28.98. So it is the second cheapest of the alternate arts, right before the Beedrill here that we'll look at, which is pre-ordering for $24.24. Very good looking card. $24.24 is the pre-order price on this one. The Origin Form Palkia V is interesting because it's just a regular art V. And when we talk about whether it's worth it to open up booster boxes because of the price tag associated with booster boxes, when you start having regular art V cards selling for $10 to $20, that helps a lot because you're going to pull a lot more of those than you are of the higher rarity cards like the full arts, the alternate arts, the gold cards, the rainbow rares. So when you start having a couple of cards in a set like Darkrai V, Palkia V that are selling for closer to that $10, this is what we talked about with Fusion Strike. When Mew V and Genesect V and Gengar V were all selling for close to that double-digit mark, it makes opening booster boxes, especially booster boxes that are selling for around $100, a lot more attractive because you have the option of pulling multiples of those in a set, which is really even better than pulling a lot of these alternate arts. The Garchomp V is the highest of the Trainer Gallery bunch. We're going to look through a few of those here. Garchomp V, very cool looking card, $32.97. Same price tag as what we see with the Starmie V, which is a lot of people's chase cards. We pulled that on stream yesterday as well. Really cool looking card. Then we've got the Galarian Zapdos, currently pre-ordering for $19.46. This is so much better than what we saw with Brilliant Stars because we had no idea what to expect when it came to Trainer Gallery cards. Trainer Gallery pulls seem like they're anywhere between 3 and 6 per box, so lots of Trainer Gallery cards out there. Again, same thing where you're going to pull more of those TG1 to TG15 cards than you are the TG15 to TG30. There seems like you're going to pull a lot more of those non-textured cards from the Trainer Gallery. You're going to pull those a lot more frequently than the actual textured one. And we've got the Shadow Rider Calyrex VMAX, $14.47, $14.97 for the Ice Rider. This is the one that took me forever to pull. So it took me over 20 boxes to pull the Ice Rider Calyrex VMAX. That's the one that it took forever to pull. For some reason, I just could not pull it. But finally, I got a couple copies of it to put in the master set. So $14.97 on that one. Then we've got the Full Art Bay, $14.94 for the pre-order price for that one. The Ice Rider Calyrex V, really good looking card. Some of these are very stunning when it comes to the Trainer Gallery cards. $13.37. Again, much more attractive of a price. Melanie, $12.09 for that full art. Galarian Articuno V and Galarian Moltres V are next. The Galarian Articuno is $17.95 and the Galarian Moltres is $20.95. Then we've got this really cool Zacian V kind of hanging out there with Hop, $15.05. Then I just wanted to pull out a few outliers, the Radiant cards, for example. Radiant Greninja is the most expensive of those 3 Radiant cards. Did you see the Radiant cards that dropped for Pokemon Go earlier today? My goodness, those are so good looking. The Radiant Greninja, I actually do like the Radiant cards in person. $8.25, super playable. So it'll be interesting to see how this one dips and dives because it is so playable. $8.25 for that Radiant Greninja. And then the Arita, that holo rare that we were talking about, $2.67, but another staple playable trainer. And then Dark Patch, it'll be very interesting to see how Dark Patch does in the format. Obviously a reprint of the old Dark Patch, which is selling for like $11. If it ends up being a really good card in the format, you're going to see prices for this trainer card kind of climb a little bit, but $1.22 is the current price point for it. Not too bad at all. If we look at the actual booster box prices right now, the high point of $129.19, this is just going over the past month, and these boxes are selling. I was adding up the amount of boxes that are selling every day on TCG Player, and it is in the hundreds. So a lot of boxes are moving. The low point and the current point is $110.57. So if a lot of stock ends up being available after release tomorrow, when more companies start putting up pricing on TCG Player, because the only companies that can put pricing up on TCG Player right now are companies that are allowed to do pre-orders, companies that are allowed to do pre-releases, things like that, actual authorized by TCG Player to do so. Once a lot of these companies can start putting up their own product tomorrow, we might see this go down to even closer to that $100 mark. So it'll be really interesting to see what happens. But $110.57 is the current basement for Astral Radiance. We'll see if that goes down a little bit more. I think a lot of people are excited about this set, but they're kind of in that boat right now now where they're like, I'm excited for it, I'm willing to open it, but there's only so much that I'm willing to spend. I want to focus on Pokemon Go. That's my next big expense, and that comes out at the beginning of July, so we really only have a month to go until that one comes out. I'm still working on Brilliant Stars. Danny told me that there's going to be an Evolving Skies reprint coming up, and I always want to listen to Fanny Dantump and get those reprints when it comes to Evolving Skies. So a lot of people might be passing on this set, but it is a very, very beautiful set with good pull rates as far as the quantity goes. But we'll talk about that quality tomorrow. So thank you so much for taking the time to listen to me ramble. I go on, and I know I talk fast, but I really don't like editing, and it just takes too long, and I don't want to cut out pauses or anything like that. So thank you for bearing with me. If you like the information, hit that subscribe button down below. Help me get to 100,000 subscribers. I really appreciate you guys. Leave a comment, leave a like, because those go a long way for the algorithm, and then tell your friends. Just go out on your front porch right now and just scream as loud as you can, subscribe to Danny Phantom, just like sub to Danny Phantom, and maybe somebody will get the hint, and then they'll hit the... You guys know what I'm talking about. Until tomorrow, guys, thanks for everything. Peace.